Was I not supposed to talk right now?
It didn't pick you up.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
But you were the first one to speak on the episode, so.
That's the way it should be.
Okay, well, you fucking post it then. Take it away.
Episode 44.
Okay, he actually knew. I literally said, I pre-made the thumbnails for tonight because I knew what we were going to talk about. And I sent it to AJ to pick, because I made two. So I sent it to AJ to pick which one he liked better. And I was like, I'm not sending this to Joey so that he knows what episode we're doing. Or so he doesn't know what episode we're doing. And then, how'd you know?
I remember being 43 last week.
Did you, actually?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I'm getting enough sleep. So, I remember numbers.
Okay.
Except that 4K, though.
We are back, episode 44. Oh my gosh, dude, guys, we did 2 in a row. 2 weeks in a row. We're on a fucking streak. Let's see how long it lasts. We won't be here till next week for some reason. No. But Joey did tell us approximately 2 minutes before we started recording that he has not yet watched Wrestle Kingdom, so this should be a lot of fun. You know who wins and loses everything, right?
Yeah. Y'all spoiled it for me as soon as I woke up. Was it Wednesday morning?
I told you not to read the messages.
It was on Facebook.
See,
I put pictures of the winner.
I also. It's good that you like our page. I also
not anymore. It's unsubscribed.
You're fucking lying because I know exactly how many people like the page, so I know you're fucking lying.
I haven't figured out how to unlike it yet.
Boomer.
But I meant to post. I was gonna post in the chat like spoiler and just type the word spoiler a bunch to move the messages up so you didn't have to read them. And then you woke up. I guess I wasn't paying attention to what time it was, and then you posted it. And I was like, oh fuck, I forgot to do that. So, oops.
Yeah, I woke up at 5 o'clock and I saw it. First thing I saw.
Well, it was a good
How
show.
pissed were you that?
Very. I'm still mad.
Did you stayed up and watch, or you got up early?
No, okay. So I came home, took a 2-3 hour nap, then got up and watched it.
Do I need to turn the cup since we're not being sponsored by Sonic?
You gotta put tape on it like they do in Critical Role for their Starbucks cups. You just gotta put black tape over it.
Okay, yeah.
or do like Travis does, wherever he drinks a can drink. I don't have a can, so he'll take a can drink and then completely grasp it like this, so you can't see anything. So the whole can is gone, and he'll just drink it like that. It's hilarious. Also, not sponsored by Propel. Yeah, your hand's too small for that, but yeah.
No, it's not. Well, this is a fucking big one.
It's just a large.
It's a big cup.
That's a small. Joey's having troubles.
I got big hands.
So Joey, that's the new mini that they got at Sonic now. So this is gonna be fun. Joey gets to talk about Wrestle Kingdom without knowing about Wrestle Kingdom. Well, we do have a couple other things to talk about.
I do that every week anyway. Y'all talk about
that's
Impact.
That's also
whatever.
true. Also, shout out to our Impact fans, that fucking AJ.
Listen here, all right, motherfuckers. We'll do a side tangent because this is the amount of shit we're gonna be talking about Impact for the rest of this show is gonna be live, or however long this show's gonna go for. We ain't talking about Impact anymore because you got a bunch of fucking snowflake fan base you got over there, fucking crying and shitting their pants for no fucking reason.
So, backstory.
What is an ant to a boot? The Impact fan base is a fucking ant. All right, y'all motherfuckers can fucking eat shit.
So
for all I care.
So to let everybody in on what happened, so Impact posted, which I don't even realize. I don't even know if I follow their page. I just see some of their videos, but I don't know if I actually like your follow. But Impact posted something on their Facebook page of selling out
Hard to Kill, I think.
Hard to Kill, something like that.
Yeah.
They sold out a pay-per-view. AJ comments on it because as we're in their group, I'm the Impact guy. AJ comments on it and says Blake bought all 20 tickets or something like that, and then proceeded to be bashed by multiple people with Impact top fan badges. Talking all kinds of shit, and it was the greatest. It was so funny. I even put a
That's for the dude. He's like, if you don't like it, just go fucking page.
But then, and what was funny, and then AJ commented, was like, I hope you're commenting this to everyone that's posting this, because there were multiple people that commented very similar things to what AJ said. And credit to that guy. I don't remember his name. Not getting a shout out. Credit to that guy. He did, actually.
You don't give this a fucking shout out because he's a punk ass little bitch.
But I did look at some of the other comments, and he was at the ready to defend Impact, and he's one of the 34 people that
bought the tickets.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that dude chanting in that crowd that you can fucking hear,
dude.
In which a hot mic doesn't even need to pick up because
I'm telling you, man, that's so rough to watch. But
oh, that's enough Impact talk for the week.
Yeah, I agree.
Now we get to talk about I guess probably the big news of the day that came out is Mr. McMahon.
Literally like hours ago.
Yeah,
an hour ago.
Mr. McMahon trying to get back into WWE so he can fucking sell that shit.
Yeah, so Joey's boy, so since he's got majority shares of, I think it was like the secondary stock, I think, or whatever it is, whatever bullshit he's got, he's been trying to essentially force his way back in, alongside two other people that he wants to bring back with him, former co-presidents and directors Michelle Wilson and George Barrios to the board. But obviously, for 3 positions, obviously in the board, 3 have to resign or step down. So, and if he doesn't get his way, he's going to block every media rights deal, essentially, so that WWE can't do anything. He said, I think he even tweeted, maybe, potentially, or his whoever's tweeting for him, because he can't do shit, was saying, like, he sees, like, a new market growing somewhere or whatever, and he's like, don't get me wrong, the current management is doing a great job, but for us to successfully conquer this endeavor, I need to be the one to, like, take the reins, essentially.
What endeavor are they conquering?
I have no clue.
Like,
but he thinks there's something out there that he can take control over, maybe by Impact. But yeah,
it wasn't anything on his Twitter, because his Twitter hasn't tweeted anything in a while. So wait, let me tweets and replies. No, May 19, 2022, and then July, July was his retirement tweet.
But now he said he got bad advice and he wants to come back. But
yeah,
the board told him that it'd be better if he didn't. But now he's wanting to be a bitch about it.
It's gonna take fucking Triple H to fucking pedigree his ass through a fucking table in his living room. Like, go straight Dominic Mysterio, and show up at his fucking house on Christmas, put his ass through a fucking table, and be like, shut the fuck up.
Triple H might blow a quad doing that.
I mean, true, but then we don't, have Vince. What's Triple H need a quad for anymore? You know what I mean?
I guess
he's using his brain.
He can finish a match. He finished the match before with a blown quad.
Yeah.
So
and we just need him to plan matches. We don't need him to finish a match. We just need him to plan them and stuff. So
true, but yeah, it was to oversee a media rights deal and or force the sale. Essentially, is what Vince's goal is for this.
Like, so why can't? Okay.
Well, my understanding of the thing, I don't know if it was the news story or somebody talking about the story, that he wanted to do the TV deal, get it going, and then sell it. It wasn't like an either or. I think he wanted the TV rights deal in place and then sell it. That way, it's worth more money.
But the thing is this is a share thing, right? He can't just sell the company, right? He can sell his shares. Isn't that how that works? Like, it's a publicly traded company. You can't.
Well, whoever buys his shares is going to be the majority.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's got majority voting power through his ownership of WWE's Class B stock.
Yeah, because his stock's worth voting shares, whereas if we buy stock, we can't vote.
Right.
Yeah. fucking wild. I don't know. It's
Like we can't buy 100 shares apiece and then go in the board meeting and sit, and shoot the shit with Triple H.
I mean, we fucking can. I'm fucking. Remember when Shawn Michaels super kicked Sean Spears, but he wasn't Sean Spears at the time. You guys remember that?
Right.
He was.
I mean, he probably was Sean Spears, but
No, he was Stan, dude.
oh, that's right, Stan.
Yeah.
Stan.
I just
Stan
kicked-
Spears.
I just kicked Stan.
Stan Sean.
Yeah, something like that. I don't get it. It's. I mean, they talked about a bump in viewership since he left, right?
Yep.
Like
I
everything
think it's better since he's left.
Yeah, everything's been up, and then everybody that I've heard talk about the company after Vince, including Michael Cole, who's like I would probably put down in the category as one of the biggest Vince McMahon guys. Even him, he's talking about how good it's been with. I mean, he didn't really say without Vince, but hey, it's as good as it's been lately.
Well, I mean, Michael Cole, granted, he was just tired of holding his balls all the time.
And that's probably true too.
I mean, if he had the ability to stop doing that, of course you're going to be happy.
I mean, that's a good point too. I don't know. What does this mean for WWE? They're going out of fucking business. What
I mean, it's gonna be pretty crazy. I feel like these next couple days and weeks and months potentially, and like, could we have some type of fucked up lawsuits going on and shit? I mean, if he doesn't get his way, he's gonna do something.
Oh yeah.
He probably wants to sell. Definitely want to sell because he's got to continue to pay off his escorts that he's been sealing.
That's
as of late.
That's what I was talking about it with the guy at work, and he was like, we were talking about Vince McMahon, rumored to sell. He wants to take back over so he can sell or whatever, and he goes, how old is that man? How much fucking more money does he need? I didn't really think about it. I mean, escorts probably do cost a lot of money. When you're having to pay people off.
They don't pay as much as if they kind of almost sue you and blackmail you for more money.
Wait, what? I think
like to just pay for an escort, maybe
it's not as much as
$1,000.
Yeah.
$1,000, depending on what kind of you got.
But I think Vince.
How many?
I think Vince is kind of a high end fancy kind of guy,
Yeah, but he's getting the ones that are be like, I'm pregnant, I need $1 million. So he's like, all right, here you go.
There you go.
What? Man. What?
Oh.
Joe, are you speaking from experience or something?
No.
You took too long to say no.
5K all day, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Has anything else happened crazy, or are we just ready to get into Wrestle Kingdom? I don't know if anything else happened.
I mean, I've
Dynamite.
got other stuff, but yeah, I mean, we can definitely.
Oh no, if you got other stuff, we can do that. Run through that real quick, whatever your other stuff is, and then we'll.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. AJ Styles out with injury. He's got a fractured ankle. He's gonna be out for a few months. Maybe if he's lucky, and depending on how his ankle heals, maybe he can be back for WrestleMania, but unlikely. Dragon Lee is being the highest paid star at NXT. So I guess they just needed to release Mandy Rose and make him the highest paid star there.
Speaking of, she made $1 million in a month.
Yeah, how much did you contribute to that?
None.
And how many bumps did she have to take? I realized halfway through that question that I probably shouldn't ask that question. Because in my head it works right, and then I was like, oh, well, what did she make $1 million doing? Might be a bump or two in there.
Yeah.
The National Treasure, Nick Aldis, is officially a free agent.
I think him and Nick are free agents, right?
Maybe, I don't know.
I think she tweeted something about them being free agents together.
Okay, that's cool. Fucked up shit. The Omni Flair. Chaz Flair has returned on the last SmackDown. Immediately becomes SmackDown Women's Champion.
For the 14th time. She's been wrestling for 3 years. Obviously longer than that, but...
Yeah. But yeah, fucking stupid. Original Cody WrestleMania plans. So, we've talked about it in our group chat, and we're like, oh, Cody should just make his return
Yeah,
at the
get him
Rumble.
off the fucking TV.
Yeah.
God, fuck, it's not that hard.
I have no clue. It's like, okay, they're making it the worst secret, right? Well, it was the worst kept secret when he returned at WrestleMania. That was one. And then now if they're thinking about Royal Rumble, I mean, there is a chance that he is not ready for Royal Rumble. There's a very good opportunity that he doesn't get cleared, whatever. So then it leaves to beg the differ is like, okay, then when is he coming back? Maybe they wanted to bring him back on a Raw before Royal Rumble or after Royal Rumble, but then it's like, this is just fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But they always keep dropping him because they're like, people, we don't want you to forget about Cody Rhodes. No one's gonna fucking forget about Cody Rhodes. You made it a big deal the first time that he came back. So stop with the fucking programs, whatever. But the original Cody plans were him to face John Cena, apparently, which is fucking out of the fucking blue, essentially. But obviously plans have changed under the Triple H regime. Obviously for Cena, they are planning potentially 2 different matches, either one with Theory or Logan Paul, because Logan Paul wants to face John Cena at WrestleMania. But then again, Cody likely going to be in the title picture. How we're going to get there, we don't know. Shinsuke beats the Great Muta at the Noah event. He had a dope ass entrance. The ending was pretty funny. Shinsuke steals the poison mist and then shoots it into Muta's eyes, and then he hit the Kinshasa. So Muta takes the L in the Noah show. Let's see. Seth tweaks his knee on Raw in his match against Theory. It is the same knee he'd injured in 2015, and he tweeted, what was it, the redesign, reclaim, rebuild, which was the same thing he tweeted when he originally tore his knee up the first time.
Yeah, it's when he originally came back.
There is a lot of speculation. No one has confirmed anything yet, so we'll see if Seth's okay. Evil Bliss again. I'm kind of like over it. I feel like we're dragging this turn too long.
Yeah.
It's like, just fucking do it. I would have thought that they would have done it in the match against Bianca this past Monday, but they didn't.
It seems like there's all this talk about Bray coming back and all those little hints and everything, and it's just like kind of, you don't really hear much about it.
Yeah, and it's just like, okay, well then, they did say now she is a heel in the roster page of like backstage personnel that she's transitioned from being a babyface to a heel. But okay, you got the payoff of her being a heel, but there's still no payoff of Bray Wyatt's faction.
Yeah.
Like, the things that he's been doing with the Uncle Howdy stuff and recently, it's been sweet. It's cool. It's awesome.
I've seen...
But you're making this... If they're going to be a faction, you're dragging the shit out of this.
Yeah. And didn't the Uncle Howdy, didn't he come in the ring and then hit Bray with his sister Abigail?
Yeah. Yes, and it's fucking Bo Dallas.
So I've seen
1,000%.
I've seen people throw out so many names of who this person is. You'll see the picture... and then just a random person. And I think I've seen Bo Dallas, obviously. There's the Vincent guy from Impact or Ring of Honor. And I've seen a couple others. There's just people just throwing out just random-ass names of, it's definitely 100% this guy.
It seems silly, like, to have Bray come back.
It's like
and
Adam,
it's all mysterious, and these other people supposed to maybe or may not be in his group.
Yeah.
And then one of them turns on him.
Yeah.
It's about like, Edge with the Judgment Day. As soon as he gets that going, they turn on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, so some bullshit there. Let's see. Both Naomi and Bayley showed up in Japan, which we'll talk about a little bit later, but
Naomi rumored to come back to WWE now.
Yeah. Very likely she's going to come back, which makes sense because Jay's there. Like, why would she go anywhere else?
Wait, is she
But-
married to Jimmy or Jay?
Jimmy, my bad.
Yeah, I thought it was Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy. Jimmy J,
Jimmy J.
Joey J.
Double J.
Young Bucks are under contract talks, looking to set a new long-term extension, but that's something that they're obviously working through. No improvements in the talks have occurred, but again, they're probably still in the initial stages of those conversations. AEW reveals their new set this week, which looked pretty dope. Of course, there's backlash to the set. They're like, "Oh, you're just looking like WWE's with the big screens and the shit and the tunnels are gone." There's like, "Oh, I like the tunnels because it made it look different." But then when the tunnels were there, people were fucking bitching like, "This is stupid. The set looks ass."
If you pay attention, the tunnels are not visible, but they still have dedicated sides that they're coming out of. So I did notice that. And also, it's like, oh, you're trying to be like WWE with the screens. WWE has one big screen, and AEW set has like 15 screens.
Yeah.
Like the new set has like a whole, like, I don't...
No one's ever going to be happy.
That's also true.
Just like those Impact fans. Are
you saying they're not happy because Impact's never going to be good, or...
Yeah, likely, pretty much. Saraya, mystery partner revealed. Everyone thought that it would potentially be Sasha Banks, but on an interview segment, it revealed to be Toni Storm. Shida was visibly upset, so likely we might get a Shida turn. Hey, I'm fucking down for it. However, just because they're saying that it's Toni Storm, there's always the chance that it's not going to be Toni Storm, because Shida might beat the shit out of her, or Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter beat the shit out of her, and there's going to be a surprise. But yeah, that's kind of... Alright, Joey, if you didn't know, Blake was on Raw this past
Shut your fucking mouth. Yeah. What'd you say, Joey?
Yeah.
I said, really?
Yeah, he was.
I wasn't.
He even got involved in the Solo and Elias match for the Memphis. What was it? A Memphis Street Fight or something like that?
Nashville. I don't even wear glasses anymore. But any tall, kind of fat guy with glasses and a beard, and long hair. It's fucking Blake, dude. Oh my gosh.
Joe, you know exactly. If you looked at the person, yeah.
They posted a picture in the chat. It's that, I think I'd have to ask Brittany. He's some country dude.
Is it a country dude?
I don't know. I think his name's Hardy. Is that his name?
Oh yeah, I think that's
not
what
like
it was.
Jeff Hardy. I wish he was that fucking cool. Yeah.
You do too.
This doesn't look anything. So stupid.
Well, you know, Dustin started shit.
Here, Dustin. I mean, Joey. It's fucking yikes, dude. You just said Dustin's name.
Damn.
Yes, this guy's on fucking Raw. They're like, oh, look, Blake's on Raw.
If you shaved and just had a goatee.
I don't wear glasses anymore.
Well, I mean, you did.
Like his
The
dude
stupid little fucking hat on.
Yeah.
Like Joey.
I don't wear hats anymore either. Whatever.
That's hilarious.
Fuck you guys. Anyways.
Well, that's
Joey.
better than what I was thinking when he first said it. I thought he was Mike Cassius-Ono.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, then, you know, Blake's got also another YouTube channel under his Wildcat persona.
I don't even know who that is.
Well, you're stupid.
I think somebody mentioned that in the chat. I was like, I don't know who the fuck that is.
Adam did.
Yeah, that's what it was. I was like, I don't know who the fuck you're talking about.
You know, from the Vanos gaming crew.
No, I don't know what I don't know what you're talking about at all. But he's like, oh yeah, my favorite YouTuber. I was like, I technically do have a YouTube channel, so. Yeah.
2-timing us, you bitch.
Joey, what'd you think about Wrestle Kingdom?
It it was a good show from what I heard. Yeah.
Okay, so we just want to run down the card real quick, minus the pre-show.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right, we'll start with the main card. We had, I don't know, is it Catch 22 or Catch 22? I don't know how they pronounce it.
Catch 22.
Well, no, it's a tag team. Like they have it as a dash between the twos. So. And on one of the things, I believe they said Catch 22, which is one of their finishers or something. Anyways, defeated Leo Rush and Yo for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Championship. Not a bad match. It was fun. You know, a little 10-minute match.
Yeah, the first couple matches, I was just like, yo, you need to like slow the fuck down. Like,
yeah,
y'all just go fucking like. They were sprinting. Granted, it was the first two matches, and then.
Well, just looking at it, every match, besides the Rambo, obviously, but that's pre-show. Every other match until you get to the Junior Heavyweight Championship, so the last 3 matches, everything before that was the longest match was 10 minutes and 32 seconds.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. This match was 10 minutes and 29 seconds. This was the second longest match compared to all of those. It was a good match. Good to see TJP look like a completely different person. Did not look anything like WWE TJP. You know, he still has his detonation kick or something that he does. It was pretty cool, but really cool.
The Mamba Splash.
Really cool to see him doing good in New Japan. They retained their titles. Then we had the shortest match of the night, minus the pre-show exhibition match that ended at a time limit draw of 3 minutes. Kairi defeated Tam Nakano for the IWGP Women's Championship. And we get the debut of the newly named Mercedes Moné, who somebody on the announce table could not pronounce her last name.
No, they did terrible.
They fucked it up
Joey.
So many times.
Yeah,
no.
It was Joey.
Formerly known as Sasha Banks, makes her debut outside of, and like AJ said, there was pictures that came out of her with FTR, Bailey. Naomi, and one or two other
Samurai
people.
del Sol.
Yeah.
Which was Kalisto.
Yeah. So that's cool that, you know, Bailey and Naomi went to Japan to see Mercedes debut. Excited for her.
That was cool.
She came out and beat the fuck out of Kairi real quick.
It was really good. Like, especially, like, that match was fast. And I was like...
It was 5 minutes. It was almost 6 minutes.
Yeah, I was like, it doesn't matter. Like, everyone's waiting for what's coming next, right? That's what everyone was anticipating. And then she showed up. And you know what? For something like that, showing up in New Japan and like didn't have the jitters, like damn. Like granted, she tried to do her new finisher, but Kairi fucked it up. Like Kairi dropped to her knees when she's supposed to step to her feet because it was like it's like the gory special. The backpack, and then she spins you and then hits a DDT.
Yeah.
Kairi went straight to the floor.
Her practicing that.
Yeah.
And it's cool, but you stop your momentum when you land on your feet, and it's not.
Well, it's just like the same people that do the thing where they'll put somebody on their shoulders, and then like they'll have them up on the shoulders, and then throw them off, and then they land, and then they kick them in the head.
Right.
Instead of like throwing them while they're in the air, kicking them in the head or whatever, it's they throw them, they land, then you kick them. It's like, okay, you could, you just could have fucking kicked them.
You know,
so right. I think obviously, the more times she ends up using it, maybe it'll be more in a fluid motion. But the first attempt, it failed miserably. And I know a lot of people were talking about it after, but I don't think it outshowed and shined like her debuting, because that was actually really, really big, and it was really cool to see.
And I thought, me and AJ were talking about, I thought for a minute they were about to pull a Becky at SummerSlam, and because she came out in gear and everything,
or even Charlotte, like in Charlotte.
Exactly, like Charlotte this past week, where I just show up and I guess Ronda did have a match, and it was the same thing. Yeah. So. Yeah, it's the exact same thing where, it just had a match, and I'm going to come out and I'm going to take your title from you, like, after you just had it. I mean, granted, it was a 6-minute match, but still. I thought they were gonna do the same thing, and then she just hit her finisher and just walked off. So I was like, well
Well,
done.
she had unlocked the Orion camo for her hair.
Also true. Also true. I did.
Well, also the whole idea of her hair, whatever. I'm not gonna talk about her hair. But if you think about it, the symbolism behind it was her burning the blue away, which she was always known for in WWE, was having the blue hair.
Yeah, she had the pink for a little bit, but mostly blue.
Yeah. But I mean, her last stint, she had blue.
I didn't think about it like that. So I'm assuming next.
It did look like it was, I don't know how you describe that, but
like fire.
Like it was burning. Yeah.
I think so. I'm assuming next time we see her, she'll have probably a different hair color.
Maybe, hopefully. I mean, she's got till February.
Yeah. Please have a different hairstyle. But very excited to see what she does over there. And I was surprised with how many people, like almost every match, I was like, hey, I know this person in this match. Like there are a lot of people that I didn't know. Like the first one, hey, I know TJP and I know Leo Rush. I know Kyrie, obviously know Mercedes. I know of Zack Sabre Jr., who defeated, AJ, take it away. Ren Narita by submission for the New Japan Pro Wrestling World Television Champion. Why is that one? That one's okay. That threw me off because that one's not.
Wait, tell me the name of the finisher of Zack Sabre Jr. that he used.
How did you beat him? He targeted his arm the entire match.
Yeah, it was just a crossbar. It was just it was just an arm bar.
Yeah, he just used the
because dude tapped immediately as soon as he locked it in. Dude tapped. Like it kind of felt like it was a little.
That dude had like jiu-jitsu flashbacks, like region.
It was as soon as Zach locked it in, he tapped.
Yeah, because Ren went for I think like a heel hook.
Yeah,
and then like Zach managed to transition and then grabbed his arm and was like, "Bitch!"
Yeah, he fucked. Oh. Yeah.
Like his finishing moves are like super long, like 3 sentences long.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. That's why I asked you that.
Well, he didn't. I don't think he used any of them. So
yeah, he did. Yeah, he's
fucking third dude in the armbar. Also, Ronda Rousey, watch Zack Sabre Jr. Learn how to do an armbar. You figured she would know because I hate the whatever weird armbar she does. I don't know if she still does it or not because I try to not watch.
For her to specialize in armbars in the UFC, like that was her thing. She has the worst armbar in wrestling history.
Yeah,
It looks like something you'd put on a baby if, like, you want to wrestle around like a little 1-year-old.
Yeah.
Something you'd do to them.
A 1-year-old. Can't even walk yet. Joey's throwing them in arm bars.
Well, I mean, they can't walk. You might as well put them in an arm bar.
At least you didn't say put them in a sharpshooter.
No, the leg's going to be longer for that.
Yeah, they can't even get out of it. You at least be like 3 for a sharpshooter.
Zack Sabre Jr. wins that match, and then what are their fucking names? Shane Hayes now? It used to be Shane Thorne in WWE, and the other guy, I don't remember his name. He was in the
TMDK.
Yeah. So they came out after the match. Apparently, I don't know it. There's some history between them and Zack Sabre Jr. They offered him a shirt. He took it. Now I'm assuming the leader of TMDK after
the mighty don't kneel is what abbreviation for TMDK. Jonah, obviously we know, goes back to WWE. So it looks like Zack Sabre Jr. since Suzuki-gun has disassembled, Zack Sabre Jr. is looking to be the new leader for TMDK.
Yeah, because somebody mentioned something about him during the match, because this was the longest match other than, like I said, the last 3 matches, but they mentioned during the match of, like, oh yeah, Zack Sabre, I think it was him, they were like, oh yeah, they're talking about what factions you can join, like, oh no, I think Zack Sabre Jr. is ready to lead a faction. Yeah. And then these two come out and give him a shirt, and he is now joined them. And then next we have Tama Tonga defeating Carl Anderson for the Never Openweight Championship. One of my favorite things that came out of this match was I seen 2 of these of the If Wrestling's Not Real, Explain This, and the one other one's completely unrelated to anything recent. It's just stupid and funny. But this one I seen was when Carl Anderson does his intro, when he gets in the ring, he laid the belt down in front of him, and then he reaches up in the air and pulls a gun down and it plays a noise and it plays the gun. And as he goes around to the side, the referee and the announcer duck.
Duck, yeah.
And somebody took that clip, was like, if wrestling's fake, then explain this. And it's just one of the coolest, because I don't think, well, I mean, that might, but would a WWE announcer and referee do that for somebody? I don't know, but it's just hilarious. Because, I mean, then if you think about Japan seems more serious for the most part. Like, their referee stuff, it just seems more serious, less playful, I guess is the way to say. I don't know. But, so to see their very serious referee and announcer duck for his imaginary machine gun is awesome.
Cool.
Side note, the other one I seen was, Joey will like this one, is old SmackDown, I believe it was. Mixed tag match. Jamie Noble, and I believe her name was Nadia. Was that her name?
That's his wife.
Nydia.
Tough enough.
Versus Tori Wilson and Rey Mysterio.
Oh, Rey Mysterio.
Yeah. Rey Mysterio. And Tori Wilson gives Nydia the Bronco Buster, and Jamie Noble pulls her out of the ring, gets in the ring, and sits down in the corner. It's like, yeah, come on. And she's like messing with like she's going to do it, and then Rey Mysterio comes in and hits him with the Bronco Buster. And then people are like, oh, if wrestling's fake, explain this. It's hilarious.
That was, they did a similar thing. Jerry Lawler did that one time.
Yeah, I could believe
you
it.
know.
Also, Jerry Lawler, shout out to him for basically nailing the Damar Hamlin stuff, because he was the one on, like, as soon that happened, and Jerry Lawler tweets out, probably cardiac arrest by impact to the chest. Fast forward, that's what it was. Buffalo Bill safety for people who don't watch football. But this match, okay match, pretty good match.
That was
the
most watched football game. I want to say an ESPN history.
I would assume so, because a lot of people turned it on when all that stuff happened. And then dude wakes up 3 days later, however long it was. Dude wakes up and the first thing he does is writes down who won the game.
Right.
Fucking wild. Dude's an animal. But back to this. Tama Tonga, good storytelling, beating Carl Anderson. Didn't know that. A couple things I learned in that match. The Core 4, learned about that. A Bullet Club, Carl Anderson, Bad Luck Fale, Devitt, and Tama. Didn't realize they were just the Core 4, but they were. And then apparently Carl Anderson, I guess, passed down the gun stun to Tama Tonga. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so when Carl left the first time, that he passed this gun stun to.
Nice. But Tama wins that. Is that his first singles belt?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, he was never open weight champion before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he had that belt. He lost it to Carl, so this was him getting it back.
Gotcha. Good Iron Man looking gear on Tama. That was really cool.
And one before you go, he's like Carl Anderson walking WWE ad pretty much.
Oh yes,
He had his OC shirt on and his OC pants.
Also,
and didn't take the shirt off at all.
Well,
like
I did notice a couple times he doesn't look like what was his nickname back whenever he got super duper shredded. They had a nickname for him. I can't remember what it was. It's something about his abs. He doesn't look quite in the same shape. A couple of shots that they had of him, so maybe I don't know if that's why he still has the shirt on. But like you said, he was wearing his WWE shirt, had his OC gear on.
I wonder if they made him keep that on.
100%.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
100%. There's the shirt I don't know about.
You can go over there and wrestle, but you have to wear every piece of gear you have.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I literally said. That's what we said in the chat. It was like, oh yeah, you can go wrestle, but you're gonna be a fucking ad while you're over there. Oh.
And that match actually was supposed to be less than like 8 minutes. They said apparently, but it was close to like 10. Or
it was 9:35.
Like yeah, it was so.
And then the next match was the 6-man tag match. With Naito, Sonata, Bushi, and versus Shota Tanahashi and Muto from Muto's last match. This was, this was a fun match. That Shota Umino dude is gonna be fucking good. That dude's really fucking good. But yeah, I mean, it was 9-minute match. That was Muto's last New Japan Pro Wrestling match. I don't know if he's like retired or not, but they said
he's on his retirement tour right now.
Yeah. So that was his.
That's crazy. I remember watching him when I was about 9 years old.
400 years ago.
Yeah.
He was like a he did little guest spots in WCW and kind of feud with Sting. And I remember he was just like he was the only watching WCW back then. It was a bunch of kind of hick wrestlers, Nothing's he had Ric Flair and he had Sting, but everybody else was just like fucking cowboy Bob Orton shit, So he wasn't in WCW anyway. But you have the Great Muta doing all this shit like you'd never seen before, It was really cool.
There's one spot during the match where Keiji Muto was gonna do his moonsault, and Tana was like, he's like, hell no. You ain't doing that.
I thought it was gonna come back and he's gonna do it. He didn't. But yeah, at one point he was gonna try to do it, and then Tana was like, no, don't do that.
It's also funny that Muto got the W, so right in your retirement, you think you're gonna take the L, and it just made me feel so much worse for when Liger decided to retire, and it was Wrestle Kingdom. I think that year was 3 nights, so they had 2 regular New Japan stuff, and then they did a cross promotion with Noah, and each night Liger had like one night he faced Takahashi. And he lost because, Takahashi is the GOAT right now. And then he had a 6-man, and they were all of his, like, greatest opponents in New Japan. So, all these guys were, like, fucking, like, your age, Joey, 72. In the fucking ring trying to fucking do a match, and Liger takes the pin, and I was like, bro, you had Liger fucking lose 3 nights in a row. And then Keiji Muto is like, he gets 1 match in New Japan and is like, gets the W because, granted, he had 50% Tanahashi and Shota. And I was like, I guess. Because they kept playing the angle where Naito was kind of like his young line, essentially. And, like, Naito was always looking for his approval. So I would have thought he's like, oh shit, okay, Naito could probably get the win over here, and then Muto would finally like acknowledge him because
I think they kind of played it the same with Sonata though as well, because they were talking about like, oh, Sonata, because when Muto started the match, Sonata started the match too, and he was like, this is very kind of a symbolic thing for Sonata to start this match too, which I don't know any of that history or anything. But still, it was still cool to watch. Still a cool thing. Sidetrack here because we're talking about kind of older people. That Antonio Inoki Memorial 6-man tag match that they moved to the pre-show instead of the main card. Boy, I don't remember who it was. I don't know his name. He got in the ring at one point. Some guy, there was an older guy, and he gave 3 dragon screws. And the third one, dude didn't even get up. He just rolled out of the ring. And it was like, hey, dude, we need you back in here to put somebody in a rear naked choke, because they did like 3 people, 1 person each had a submission on somebody else. He like rolled out of the ring. He was like, whew. They're like, hey, we need you fucking back in here, put him in a rear naked choke.
That's Joey.
Yeah.
Was his leg hurt, or was he just like?
No, he gave.
Oh, he gave. Okay.
He gave a dragon screw to 1 to each different person, and when he hit his back for the last one, instead of getting up, he just rolled out of the ring.
Oh, okay, I got you.
yeah. No, he gave it to one person and got up, and he was kind of a little slow to get up. Obviously, he's a very older dude, and he gave another one. He got up real slow, and he gave that third one. He just laid there for a second and just rolled out of the ring, and then you see him just kind of leaning on the side of the ring.
Hold his tips.
Yeah,
that's funny. That's the pre-show.
Yeah, it was the last match of the pre-show. And then we have the 4-way match for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship match. This match went almost 17 minutes.
You're missing one, bruh.
No, I'm not.
You missed the FTR Bushido match.
I
Yoshihashi.
missed that way up at the top. I don't know how I missed that.
I was like, wasn't that the 3rd match?
Yeah, I don't know how I missed that, because I was gonna talk about it and then I don't know. So yeah, we need to go there. Bishamon took the IWGP Tag Team Championship from FTR. FTR's losing streak continues. Wild spot in this match that I mentioned to AJ before we started recording, where I almost used his WWE Cash Wheeler grabbed. I don't remember.
I think it was Yoshihashi.
Might have been. He grabbed one of the, and he went to do a one of them went to do a suplex one way, and I think the other guy suplex Cash out of the ring, and it was a fucking gnarly spot. Like, I don't know, like, for both of them inside the ring, suplex out of the ring. Like, I thought somebody died. I was genuinely scared. It was one of the craziest spots I've seen.
And oddly enough, Cash does that spot a lot.
I thought that, and I was like, no fucking way.
And so, like, here's the ropes, right? Here's Cash, and then Yoshihashi's up, and then Yoshihashi goes over, and he pulls.
Yeah.
While still in a suplex position, Cash over the ropes, and then they hit the ground.
They both fall to the ground. It was fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, there's no shot I'm trusting anybody to do that move with me.
Yeah.
But like I said, that match went about a little over 10 minutes. Good match. I like. Obviously, everybody likes FTR. I think at this point, I did watch the full first episode. I think the second episode dropped there. I did watch the first full episode of the FTR with Dax. I know I'm probably not one to say this, but whoever's running the production for that show, please make better overlays and layouts. Like, I know ours that we have right now on this isn't anything special. It's just a fucking gray background with some red squares. But holy shit. For the content you guys are putting out, because that was a really good episode. It was really cool. Of course, I like all the behind-the-scenes stuff, but it was a really cool thing to watch and listen to, but that production quality is rough. But I think what was today's episode about? Because that was about a CM Punk. According to Dax, Punk called him, like, not long after the event, after Brawl Out happened. Apparently Punk called Dax and told him what happened. But then, like you said, there was the thing of Dax saying, hey, fucking everybody just fucking get it together, okay? Let's make some fucking money out of this, which they fucking would. But now where does FTR go from here? Because their contracts are up soon with AEW, right? And they said they wanted to do more indie shows. Apparently they got called out by some, I don't know if you guys seen that, some people that want to tag team champions, like Independent something wrestling or something like that. I can't remember.
Oh, yeah. I did see that.
Tag team champions of their company called out FTR. After winning a match or something, they called them out. So who knows? We'll see.
They ain't not even on their level.
No.
Well, was it the Osceola Championship Wrestling?
Yeah. If so, I'm fucking going. I'm fucking going.
I'm gonna go. Yeah.
I'll fucking buy the place out. Just talk to FTR for however long the show is. I mean, what could it cost? $34.
I'm gonna come like, did you bring Brett?
Bruh.
Shut the fuck up,
Joey.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
He did mention on that show that, like, he had I can't remember what the match was he said he had, but he said he'll have certain matches or something, and then he'll get, like, back to the back of his phone and he'll just have a text from Brett saying, hey, I like this, I like this, I like this, I don't know if I like this, this is what I would have done, here.
Nice.
So he said he'll get those texts from Brett occasionally. So that's why he said he likes to, like people like Top Flight and things, that they'll come and be like, hey, can you guys watch our matches? And they always try to oblige because you have people like Brett and Tully and all them that are giving them advice. That said, apparently Tully, people would walk up and ask him for, like, advice on their matches, and he'd be like, yeah, it's fucking sucked. It's like, fucking yikes, dude. It's like, he doesn't give you advice. He's like, oh, it's fucking bad. And they said, one of the cool things that he said, and then we'll move on to the next match, but that one thing, while Tully was their manager, one thing that he wouldn't do that bugged Dax, he said it bugged him pretty bad, was he would never say that FTR was the best tag team, like, ever. He would never say that they were the best. He said they were good. He said they were great. He would not put them over as number one. They said he wouldn't do it because in his mind, he was a part of the best tag team ever. So he's not going to say that FTR is. So that's pretty cool.
And where are you at now, Tully? Shut the fuck up.
Now we're going to find out AJ has heat with Tully Blanchard. And then, like I said, last 3 matches. We get the 4-way match for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship, where Hiromu Takahashi takes the title. This was a fun match. I don't know why I don't like Master Wato, or whatever his name is. And Ishimori, that's what I told AJ. Ishimori's face and his hair don't match, and it bugged me the whole match. I don't know why. They just don't go together, and it's weird to me. I don't know why. Like, I feel like his face looks like he's 85, but his hair looks like he's 22. And it's like, my brain can't process this. But it was cool to see Takahashi take the title. That was cool. I like Takahashi. Very interesting entrance attire from... And that's something else is... I mentioned AJ, and I said, yo, dude. At one point, I go, yo, Japan's fucking wild. Because... during the Kyrie match, one lady came out with a fucking full halberd weapon, and then Kyrie came out. I don't know, when she was in WWE, she had like a little mini pirate wheel. No, she came with a fucking, authentic, just off of a fucking pirate ship, fucking wheel that she carried to the ring bigger than her. It was hilarious. I was like, yo, Japan's fucking wild, dude.
He's like, damn, these special entrances are dope as fuck. You mean the regular entrances?
That's what it was. He was like, yeah, they do this every time. I was like... And then Takahashi comes out, and his gear has eyeballs painted all over, and then he's got the jacket, and it's just the fucking, like, beholder eyes almost that look like coming out of the back of it. It's so fucking cool. I don't know where the fuck Joe just went.
Went to go take a shit.
Probably. Like I said, that match was about 17 minutes, and then the longest match of the night, by a little over a minute, was the match possibly of the year. 4 days into the fucking year.
Yep.
Whoever the fuck has... I felt so bad for Jay White and Okada. Obviously more of Jay White, but I felt so bad that they had to follow this because...
Yeah.
That's what I said. This match, for the IWGP United States Championship match, Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay, might be one of the best matches I've ever seen in my entire life. That shit was fucking insane. And me and AJ did watch a little bit of it, probably 10, 15 minutes of waiting for Joey's old ass to get here. We watched a little bit of it. Just, that was fast. Let's just say we hadn't said anything since he's left. Finally make it back, dude?
Yeah, that bathroom break was brought to you by Sonic.
Yeah, we haven't said anything since you left. We were waiting on you to get back.
Okay.
Just kidding. Anyways,
this awkward silence brought to you.
Awkward silence brought to you by Joey's toilet.
Yeah.
Right.
United States Championship match, Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay. That's Joey. What I was saying, that match might be definitely one of, if not the best match I've ever watched in my entire life that I've seen.
Omega
yes.
And
yeah.
Better. Did you ever watch the Omega and Okada matches?
I watched some of them. I don't know. I think I watched all 3. I can't fully remember all of them. I also don't fully care because this match was fucking insane. I mean, I could go back and watch them. I'll go back and watch them and watch this one again too because I plan on watching this one again too anyways. Mm-hmm. But like I said, this legitimately was... And also, like I was saying, telling AJ, one of the most brutal non-death matches I've ever seen. Like, we've seen a part in this match where after Kenny's already went through the table, like he done stomped through the table onto Ospreay, he picks the table up and props it up on the fucking guardrail. Okay? It's got a big hole in it already. He takes Ospreay's head, grabs his arm where he can't fucking guard himself, and smashes his head directly into this table 3 times until it puts another hole into the table. This is after Ospreay's already been cut open. Like he's already bleeding everywhere, and just I mean it's hard. Just smashes it into the fucking table. Wild, But like I said, overall, probably one of the best matches I've ever seen. And it went for 34 minutes, and that was not long enough.
Yeah, I would have thought that those last two, these double main events that they were calling it, were gonna go the distance.
Yeah.
Like I legit thought we were gonna go for close to 60 minutes here, and yeah, no, the match was all the fucking stars.
Yeah.
You take all the stars in the fucking galaxy, that's where you're putting it on this match.
And that's still probably not enough. Because I mean,
So you say that's your the best match you've seen too, AJ?
At least from this year.
That match,
it is match of the year.
I don't see any. There's literally nothing they can do. I don't think there's anything anyone can do, and that includes AEW. That includes, WWE, New Japan. I don't think there's anything. Everybody could combine forces and try to put on the biggest match of all time, and I don't know if it'll beat it this year.
They were so okay. The story itself. Fucking great.
Oh yeah.
Like the build up and lead into this match, you can feel the intensity and the things that they were doing to each other. And they had great chemistry. Like the reversals that they were doing, the flow of everything, it was just fucking nonstop.
And
holy shit.
I was telling someone at work about this match, and I was talking about like you said, the story going into it, and the press conference they had beforehand, which is the only press conference I watched. I didn't even watch Jay White's press conference before their match, but I watched this one, and I don't know if Will's mic didn't work on purpose, but him running literally across the table, grabbing Kenny's mic, and just in Kenny's face. And the shit that he said, first off, was legitimate and also, felt real because it probably, for the things he was saying was real. And he got to the point, and I was telling somebody about it, and I got literal chills when I said it, where Will looked at Kenny and said, "You're going to pass the torch or I'm going to fucking take it." And I was like, that shit is fucking lit, dude. I was like, that is so fucking cool. And then they get into this match, and at one point, like I said, there's all kinds of shit you could say about this one thing in the match happened, but Kenny, we noticed in Kenny's eye, at one point Kenny's eye just got fucking big. We thought it was for kicks in the corner, but we're pretty sure afterwards, because there's one point where they were on the outside of the ring, and it was after the double stomps that Kenny did to the table. But Kenny's leaned up against the guardrail, and I didn't know. It seemed like, how WWE, you remember when Braun Strowman caught Brock Lesnar, and Lesnar fucking grabbed his head and kneed him in the head to fucking calm down? Yeah. I thought it was one of those. I thought he was getting a receipt in. They say in the biz or whatever. They thought he was getting a receipt because he was throwing fucking haymakers at Kenny, and I think one of them caught Kenny dead in the eye, and Kenny's eye just swelled up real big. They beat the absolute fuck out of each other. The whole 34 minutes of them beating the fuck out of each other. It was insane.
Yeah, they beat the piss out of each other.
It was insane. Like I said, there's nothing that's gonna. You can have the fucking Rock come back and fight Stone Cold. You could go back in time, get the Rock and Stone Cold from early 2000s, bring them to 2023 now that we're in, and have them have a match at WrestleMania. It ain't gonna beat this shit. It ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, they tore the place down, and the end result, Kenny won. He's now again IWGP US champion for his second time.
Goddamn cents! I was so mad.
Mad.
They'll do a trio of matches, I'm sure.
I'm sure they could probably easily squeeze a trilogy out of it.
Probably win the next two.
This is the thing, is that we also take into consideration with this feud is Ospreay's contract's up soon with New Japan. So, and
I would think you have the AEW guy go over the New Japan guy in New Japan, and because that puts, not that he really needed it, but New Japan eyes on the AEW wrestler. Then you have the New Japan guy go to AEW in one of their pay-per-views and beats the AEW guy.
Well, I mean,
That
we have
puts AEW eyes on New Japan guy.
we have Forbidden Door 2 coming up this year, I'm assuming. So
And then have the
And he's already beaten Orange Cassidy.
and have the trilogy, the
What?
rubber match at
Will Ospreay.
Forbidden Door.
oh yeah,
Orange Cassidy, Forbidden Door.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But that's the thing that I was thinking about, because obviously Forbidden Door 2 is probably coming up this year.
Yeah, that could be the second match, or it could be the rubber match. Whenever, I don't know when that is.
It was June,
In August or
July.
something?
I don't. What was it? Was like
July
June.
or August.
I think it was because we went to fucking All Out and at the end.
It was in Chicago, wasn't it?
Yeah,
He
I
went.
can't remember.
Didn't you fucking go?
I did.
When was it?
I don't fucking remember.
Fucking useless.
It was
I don't work for you, motherfucker.
June 26th.
Oh, that's right. it
Almost
was-
July.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So by then, that would be, I would say, maybe the rubber match. They'll have some kind of AEW something.
There's a
maybe.
bit. There's Revolution in March, because that's where MJF's probably going to fight Danielson for the title at AEW Revolution in March. So that's their next pay-per-view. I don't know why I did air quotes for pay-per-view, because those are actually pay-per-views. But like I said, anyway, Ospreay, I don't know exactly when Ospreay's contract is up, but I just know that his contract's up soon, and people mentioned to him about going to America, because he was talking about, which I don't like, obviously, because I want him.
Fighting Seth Rollins.
No, but sure. But people are talking about him. Obviously, I want him here to where I can see him on TV more frequently and easily, and not poorly Google translated from Japanese to English like New Japan World is. But
Hey, it fucking worked. Shut the fuck
it
up.
did. Quality was hit or miss sometimes. Even though I hit the high quality button, it still looked like I was rocking a cool 720p sometimes.
I didn't
but,
have any issues with Mario.
I mean, it never. I think it stopped playing once, but it was just once compared to if you were to illegally stream it like Joey does. Ospreay did an interview recently where somebody asked him about this, and he was talking about how he doesn't know if he wants, because right now he still lives in the UK and then flies to Japan. So he doesn't know if he wants to move to the States, because he's like nervous about living in the States, which, I mean, hey, I get it. It fucking sucks here. Understandable. But hopefully he does something and comes over here. Because, I mean, that'd be fucking cool if he comes, just shows up at AEW sometime, and they just keep his contract expired a secret, and him signing a new contract, and just fucking shows up and beats the fuck. I had this thing, it was a small thought I had where, which of course if he leaves New Japan, obviously United Empire is probably not coming with him. But I had this thing where he's just, like, Ospreay just goes, because he mentioned something about being the assassin again. And if he just comes in and just fucking just takes apart any of Kenny's friends. Like, he comes in, takes out Matt Jackson. Comes in, then takes out Nick Jackson. Then comes out and takes out fucking Don Callis. And then he takes out, we never see Don Callis again, hopefully. That'd be great. Then comes out and takes Kenny, and they have another match of the fucking decade or whatever. Yeah. I don't know. Just fucking get Ospreay on TV more.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm very curious on what's next for Ospreay and what they're going to do, because his post-media scrum, he got real emotional.
Yeah,
he doesn't know what's next.
Yeah, I didn't see a whole lot of that. I don't know how long his part of the post-media scrum was, but the part that I seen looked fucking rough to watch. Like, it was like,
yeah,
it was rough, and I was like, that fucking great. And then to wrap up Wrestle Kingdom 17, poor Jay White and Kazuchika Okada to follow Ospreay and Omega. But it wasn't a bad match. It was still a good match. It was still...
Yeah, no, it was.
It was still a good match. It went just over 33 minutes. Jay White doing Jay White things where it's literally started the match with an Okada. He started an Okada chant because now the crowd could chant. So he was like, hey, they're cheering because of me. Like, I made it where they could chant now. And like, oh, you guys can chant, and started an Okada chant. Awesome. Fucking love it. I don't know why he yells at Tanahashi a lot when Tana's on commentary, but I don't know how many moves that he dedicated to Tana in the middle of the match. It was fucking hilarious. Like, he'd get ready to do a move, like, Tana, this one's for you, and then try to hit a move. It was hilarious. But good shit. Also very, very, very disappointed with this outcome. Jay White showing a little respect to Okada at the end of that match also seemed like as well. So interesting to see where they go with Jay White.
His post media scrum too. He got real emotional too, and he's set his sights on Hikuleo and Tama because he said ever since he kicked them out he kicked Tama out and Hikuleo betrayed him. Ever since then is where his downfall started, and it's the reason why he lost to Okada. So I think it was today. Or what's today's date? The 5th. Today or yesterday, whatever New Year's Dash was. He attacked Hikuleo, and he's like, I lost my title because of you. He's like, the next time we're gonna face off, loser leaves Japan.
Fuck, I've never wanted Jay White to lose a match more. Shit.
So, and it's funny because literally 5-10 minutes ago, I just got a message on from Fightful saying that WWE has interest in Hikuleo. So we'll see. But he's gonna go on a rampage, go through Hikuleo. He's likely gonna fight Tama as well. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting now that we've come out of Wrestle Kingdom because the build-up has been so long for all of these matches. Yeah. It's gonna be very interesting on what Okada's next opponent. Well, his next opponent's gonna be Shingo. We already know that he came out and was like, Shingo did win the KOPW Champion King of Pro Wrestling title, so he is gonna fight Okada next.
Wait,
after that,
when did they do that match? Like, okay, because that's the thing. I didn't understand how the fucking Rambo worked. That's why I didn't post the results for that because I don't know how the fuck. So my understanding was I didn't.
Final four for the Rambo. So Rambo always goes to a Final Four.
Yeah.
And then the Final Four face at New Year's Dash, and the winner wins the KOPW. At the time was a trophy. This is their first time they made it a belt.
Yeah, I seen the belt, but the thing that was okay. So, because how I thought it worked was that it was like a battle royale. It gets to the Final Four, then it turns into just a fatal 4-way match. That's what I thought in my head. And then at one point, somebody tried to pin somebody, and I don't remember who pinned who, but the ref counted. But I remember it was Great O'Khan that broke it up, and then he looked at the ref and was like, what the fuck are you doing? So the impression that I got from his body language was like, what the fuck are you doing? And I was like, that ref's stupid. He's counting in a battle royale. And then later in the match, I see other people pinning and other people. And I'm like, this is an elimination thing. Why are you guys stopping people from pinning each other? You guys should be jumping on it.
The same 2K AI.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. And I was like, this is so random. And then they got to the 4, and I don't even know if they got... I'd have to rewatch, but... Because there was one guy that really looked confused... And I don't know. I don't remember exactly who well, it says right here the Final Four, the 4 match: Great O'Khan, Shingo, Sho, and Toru Yano. But I thought there were still 5 people because I didn't see Kenta get eliminated. I don't know who eliminated Kenta. I don't. So I thought there were still 5 people, but then I think it was Shingo or one of them that grabbed the belt and walked off, and then Shingo came out at the end because you said at New Year's Dash, which is the next day. But then Shingo comes out at the end of Wrestle Kingdom and it says it's challenging him for the title, and I was super confused about how all that shit worked. So did they have the match like after Wrestle Kingdom, and that's how Shingo won that?
Shingo won the KOPW Championship at New Year's Dash in the Fatal 4-Way.
Okay.
But he's going to challenge Okada for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship at some date. They haven't announced that yet.
Yeah, I don't know. The whole thing just kind of confused me with how the rules of the Rambo. And then it didn't help that the whole time that I'm watching this Rambo, the announcers are like, "We don't know what's going on. We don't know who's all in the match. We don't know how many people's in the match. We don't even know how much time is in between the people coming out to the match. And I'm like, if you fucking people don't know what's going on and you get paid by the company and probably know who's going to win, how the fuck am I supposed to know? I don't understand. But
that's when I should have just said, here's who the winner's going to be. You can go piss.
True.
You know.
Yeah. But overall, for my first, which I've seen, because at one point AJ asked me like how the card was for me, because I've watched Wrestle Kingdom before, at least parts of it, certain matches and stuff. This is my first live Japan card that I actually stayed up and watched it live, and first one that I've watched from start to finish. Very different than American products. There's no fluff, no video packages. It is match ends, match ends, match ends. There's no nothing, no commercials, no ads, no nothing. And I was like, hey, I get used to this. This ain't too bad. Like, the video packages are cool. Most of the time they're pretty cool. But also, if it's just, hey, you guys seen all this shit, well, you know what the fuck's going on. Here's the match.
Show a video package without showing like full 5-minute Raw recaps.
Yeah.
Just a hype video, a hype trailer thing, and then going to the match. That'd be good. Yeah.
But this had nothing. It was just match, which was awesome. But it was also hilarious for like the timing, because watching the pre-show, they had like the 3-minute little exhibition match, and then it seemed like they didn't know what was going on, and they're like, then they had the Rambo, and then they still had like 40 minutes until the pay-per-view started. And so you just literally just looked at a shot of the arena and just the people, and it was like, oh, live stream will start soon. And I was like, all right. And then they did the other pre-show match, and then they waited a bit more, then they started the card. But it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Again. Plus, there's so many there. So what's nice also is that you get a clash of styles as well.
Yeah.
So that also kind of helps too, right? Because anything in a junior division, right, that's your normal high flyer stuff. Then you've got your normal heavyweights and your tag teams. And then you've got in the television championship, right, we had Zack Sabre Jr. and Ren Narita, and they both have implement a strong style to their games. So so it's more of a hard-hitting and technical style of wrestling. So it gives you a different type of pace, right? So I mean, I'm always in for New Japan stuff, so I'm always gonna say shit's great there.
That's what AJ woke up. I don't know when exactly you woke up.
I woke up right at the beginning of the Memorial match.
Yeah, so that was after the Rainbow, right before the Memorial match, because you mentioned something, and then you said something about you sent me a message or something, and I was like, oh, I fucking couldn't let me be the only one up watching New Japan product. Like, fucking Blake's up watching it. I gotta fucking get up and watch it.
It's funny because I had messaged another friend, and he watches a lot of the stuff too, and I was completely surprised. It's like 1:30 in the morning, and I was completely surprised. He had responded like immediately. So I was trying to help him, like, see if I can find anything that he can watch it. And he's like, well, nothing's working. So he's like, I'm gonna go to bed. And then like, I think the Kyrie. So, the Kyrie match is just about to start, and he's like, fuck sleeping. He's like, I logged into New Japan World, and he's like, I just started watching it.
Yo, I legit didn't look at how much money they took out of my account for that. It said like $7. I don't know how much they actually took. So,
yeah, it's like less than $8.
Yeah, it was
80,000 yen.
It was 999 yen, and it's because the thing said $7, and then it said 7 something, and I was like, I literally went to Google to make sure and did a 999 yen to American dollar. What is it?
See how strong the dollar is.
Yeah. Also, I couldn't imagine just being in Japan. It's like, oh yeah, I'll take this. It's 24,000 yen. It's like, it just blows me. Like, oh, it's $3 over here. But
I think it's his briefcase here.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a good time. There was one other thing. I already mentioned AJ and the thing. One of my favorite parts of the Kenny Ospreay match, and we were talking about how refereeing is different in Japan, because at one point Kenny takes the turnbuckle off of one of the corners. Obviously, you know how Japan's are the big solid turnbuckle things, and Kenny takes it off. And he struggles to take it off, and he takes it off, and then Red Shoes turns around and looks at him and sees what he did. Just instead, you know how WWE refs, they're gonna be like, or even AEW refs, they're gonna get in your face and be like, "No, you don't do that." Blah blah blah. And sometimes they even try to put it back on. Kenny turns around and Red Shoes looks at him and just goes. And just shakes his head and just looks at him and then does nothing about it. It's like he completely forgot. He just looks at him, shakes his head like a disappointed parent, and then goes on about his day.
Like, I'm not mad, I'm disappointed.
100% is what it was. He's like, I'm not mad, I'm disappointed that you're going to stoop this low. And then Kenny fucking DDTs him on top of the fucking apron, and it was insane. Ospreay, not Red Shoes, because that'd been wild.
Red Shoes would be dead.
100%. I don't know how Will's not dead after watching it. But, I don't know, we got anything else? Good Wrestle Kingdom? Do we have anything else until the Royal Rumble?
Nope, that's it.
Fuck.
Gotta wait a couple weeks.
Yeah, and that's, what, the 29th or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, 29th's on a Sunday, so that's probably, unless they do it on Saturday.
No, it's on the Saturday.
So it's 28th then.
Yeah, 28th.
Yeah, I don't think we have. Do we have anything else where we end it?
No.
Joey, go watch Wrestle Kingdom. At least watch the
I'm working on it.
last two. Shut the. I also noticed how crazy just because because I had it. Obviously, the website is very hard to use in English, and I can't read Japanese. So I had the page up for me to go in and click the button to cancel my membership. And I went to look at it, and they're like, and they pop up a thing. You know how a lot of times whenever you like subscribe for something for a month or something, it'll be like, oh yeah, you paid for it, you'll get it for the month. And after this, is this when your subscription is? Not New Japan. They're like, you paid this shit today. You cancel it today. You don't watch no more.
Mm-hmm.
And it shows, it like lays out their billing schedule where it's like, if you pay on the 1st, your billing ends on the 31st. You pay on the 15th, it ends on the 31st. You pay on the 31st, it ends on the 31st. And I'm like, that's some hardcore shit, yo. So I'm glad Wrestle Kingdom's
I read about that before. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I was like, I'm glad Wrestle Kingdom's at the beginning of the month. Damn. This show's on the 31st, and I'd get the one day to watch it, and you're going to charge me another, which means it's only $7.
And you start watching it, it's midnight your time, it changes over.
Oh, no. That's the thing, too. That's the thing, too, because it fucks you up, because it's Japan time. It's not our time. So you got to know what time it is in Japan for it to actually move, because if not, they'll fucking hit you again, because it's, it's in the future over there, so it's tomorrow over there right now, so. Yeah, but anyways. So I'm trying to keep my subscription for a little bit longer so I can rewatch the match, the matches a couple times, and then cancel it until Wrestle Kingdom next year, I guess. But yeah, I think that's it for us. I already made the thumbnail. I was able to do that proactively, so this should be easy to post. Also, last week, and I don't know, I don't know if I'm gonna do it because last week I didn't post audio anywhere. I just posted video to YouTube. So if people are watching this and you want the audio, like comment or send us a message on one of our social medias, let us know, because it's much easier for me to just go in, post a video, and it'd be on YouTube and be done with it than to post it audio 17 places and then who knows if it's even working. So if you want audio, let us know. If not, I'm just going to post the videos from now on. AJ's been posting a lot of gaming videos of Marvel's Midnight Suns, so check that out. He's got an idea for another AEW card opening box that we're going to try to do, I think maybe as a group with more than one of us. Also, I got...
except you, Joe, you're not invited.
I got new webcam. Bro, this thing's fucking way bigger than I expected. Joe, you remember this? The Razer camera that has the light on it?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this thing's fucking big. But yeah. It's actually really fucking bright too. So
Joey's gonna put his mouth on it.
But my second camera came in. I've been playing with it a little bit today, and I'm going to work on some streams or videos myself of some things I'm going to work on, like painting D&D minis and shit like that. Not instructional, just fun videos because I fucking suck at it. I'm okay at it, but so I'm gonna be doing some.
Your
What?
painting video is gonna be like that dude on TikTok, the fat guy on TikTok. This is here and this.
You said my painting videos are gonna be like that?
Yeah.
I fucking hope not. These things are really fucking small. Like that, we're just fucking all over the place.
Yeah.
But
He's gonna need a new monitor after that. And a new camera after he just bought one.
Yeah. So, but I'm working on getting that stuff set up. I really want to move my office. I want to rearrange my office too and see if I can get a better setup for that. So I'm gonna work on that this weekend and then see if I can get some streams going. But check out what AJ's doing with Midnight Suns. I watched a little bit of one of the videos the other day. I don't remember which one. I don't remember which one it was, but looks like it's fun. Looks like it's pretty good. I like how you just skip through all the fucking dialogue and audio. Just fucking spam it through. Like, fuck this shit.
Oh yeah.
Fuck that shit. Don't need any of that.
That shit takes so fucking long. Their conversations, bro. I'm dying here.
Is it like a JRPG?
Yeah, it's like XCOM. So you know how it's.
I mean, I know the game is, but I'm talking about like all the dialogue.
Oh yeah, it's like, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
at one point, I heard somebody talking. I think I was doing dishes while I had it on in like the background or whatever, and I heard people talking, like Tony Stark talking, and they just goes, "Gosh, they take for fucking ever." You just hear him start skipping parts away through the lines and shit. It's so funny.
It's too bad when you before you used to not ever be able to skip dialogue in games like that, and like your mom would like, "Don't get off the game." You're like, "Well, I can't save it yet because it's, it's like a 30-minute thing." You know,
I get through this fucking hour-long monologue they're trying to talk.
Right.
But yeah, like I said, for the 5th time, that's it for us this week. Hopefully we'll be back next week. I don't know what the fuck we're gonna talk about. We'll find something, I guess, maybe.
Talk about Impact.
The fuck we are.
AJ has a new hatred for Impact. Like before, it was kind of just an indifference, you would say. Now it's he fucking hates that shit. He's like, fuck Scott D'Amore. Fuck everybody involved. Whoever, if you're getting a paycheck from Impact, fuck you, okay? Hilarious. Alright, well, we're out of here. Maybe we'll have Dustin back eventually, that bitch.
Yeah.
But we'll see you guys later. You guys got anything for me, Ian?
No.
Like, comment, subscribe, do all the shit, and we will see you guys at a different time. Adios.